Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1974 Olivetti Underwood 315 vintage ultra portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. The back tag says Oriental Typewriter Code, but that is not the manufacturer. That is just a distributor, and I believe this was made in Spain. This is the Olivetti DNA of the Latera 32, basically with a different shell, and it doesn't have. It's a little bit more streamlined. It doesn't have a touch control or a paper support arm that flips up from the back. Different shell. The shell on the 32 is usually metal green. This is hard plastic and nice blue color or turquoise, I guess depending on how you look at it. Up top are the margins. This is your left margin. I'm going to set that on 0 and the right one around 85. This is the paper bale that sits on top. It's got 2 adjustable rollers. Holds the page down nice and tight. Once you hear the bell, you're near the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, just flip that switch forward. It skips 2. One more, it skips 3. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. I'll type a sentence in red on the next line. I switch from black to red. There's a switch on the right side. Flip that all the way down to the red indicator. It prints the bottom portion of the ribbon, which is red. When you have it in the middle on the white indicator, it prints no ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. When you have it up top on the blue indicator, it prints the top portion of the ribbon, which is black. We're going to move that down for red. Beautiful. One of the best typewriters of all time, the Olivetti Latera 32, and this is just the same exact mechanics with a different shell, a little bit more streamlined. Print looks perfect. This is actually unique. It prints 11 characters per inch, which is fairly rare for Olivetti Lateras, and it has the exclamation point, and it has the euro pound sign. So this was meant for a European customer base, I believe, distributed by the Hong Kong. So I'm not sure of the background about all that, where it was distributed, but I've seen one other Latera 32 with the same layout, had the exclamation point 11 CPI with the pound sign. So it was just probably marketed in England or uh, I don't know, some other English speaking dual currency population. All right, up top is the paper release. You flip that forward, it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page or else it won't load correctly. And I put the color back on black, got a shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the right side. Very light and smooth, just like everything else on this typewriter. This is your tab set and clear. Right now we have tabs set on 10 space intervals, so I'm just going to clear each one of them one at a time by flipping that switch down. So now we shouldn't have any tabs, but I always like to set one somewhere in the middle so that way when you hit the tab button, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. So all I did was just flip that up to set the tab. So it's up to set, down to clear. The hood opens from the back and it hooks in from the front. Hard plastic, but it's high quality hard plastic. Makes it a little bit more lightweight, and you can color combo it with pretty colors. I guess a lot better and easier than the cast iron originals. Up top, this is your left spool and this is your right spool. It's pulling to the right now. If you want to switch that direction manually, the side you want it to go to, just flip the little switch behind it, and that holds the ribbon and also catches the eyelet at the end. When it gets to the end, it'll catch it and flip it to the side it needs to go to automatically. And it doesn't have a touch control, but typically on some of them you can find them right here or on the side or up here like this. All right, this hooks back in from the front like that and down. Carriage lock on the inner right side. Flip it down to lock the carriage in the middle. Flip it up to unlock it. Very good. Carriage release only on the right side. Smooth and light. And It doesn't have the knob button on the left like the 32 does to disable the spacing, but you can still get that same option by flipping the line space selector all the way back to 0. It disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You flip it back to the 1, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is a half a space. You just want to be careful when you do that because you will lose your line that you were at. You can't get back to that line, permanently gone. And then when you put it in the case, you want to tuck this handle back nice and tight so that way it's not up in the up position, and that can break because this is cast aluminum. It's not regular metal that bends. That will break right off, and it's extremely difficult to replace those. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.